Welcome to Hamilton's Rugby Club. We are here at this classic clash of the Western Province Super A League between Hamlets RFC, who have travelled all the way from Mamre, to Hamilton's Sea Point Rugby Club. This is obviously the end of the second team game. I'm here with Adrian K.
Thanks, Pila. It's an exciting afternoon Super League A clash here on a Thursday on the public holiday, Youth Day. And we're seeing the last moments of the second team clash here between Hamiltons and Hamlets. Hammies with a lead by 17 points to 10 at the moment as we enter the last 4 minutes of play. And a quick tap by Caleb Lowe. As
Rooneyvoort takes the ball up, the ruck is formed, but they blow in for holding. And Hamlets plays a quick ball. Hamlets will definitely try to keep the ball alive to the wing, and the wing is starting for the line. The ball goes out, Adrian. What do you think, Adrian?
Yeah, directly out to touch. Right, so the Hammies second team victorious here today by 17 points to 10. They pick up the 4 log points. And we're just moments away from the main event of the day. The Hammies first team taking on Hamlets. Just looking at the starting lineup for Hamilton's. The front row of Devin Martinez, Aubrey Kutsia and Nick Robeck. In the second row, the lock combination of young Edrich Viljoen, Friedel Weich, very experienced campaigner, and the back row of Ray Williams, Dion Rabi, and Henko Martins. They have a big role to play here today. Louis Nell resumes his halfback pairing with Heinz Steenkamp, and in the midfield, Wensley Scott and DJ Falkner are reunited. Very exciting back three, Bernardo Buerta, Damian Ralston and Wynand McLachlan. They'll certainly be looking to light up this Hamilton's field today. A packed crowd here today for this contest between 8th place Hamiltons and 11th place Hamlets. The travelling supporters have come from about 60 kilometres and they're out here in droves. So this is all set up for a pulsating encounter.
Yeah, no, definitely, Adrian. I mean, the weather's not too bad. As you see the Hamlets team coming out. It's set for a grueling encounter. It's going to be quite physical. And hopefully we can get some scintillating stuff from both sides.
Yes, great weather conditions. Around about 18, 19 degrees this afternoon. Slightly overcast. The pitch has taken a bit of damage after some rain earlier on this week. We'll see if that holds up throughout the game. As the Hammies team enters the field, led once again by Heinz Steenkamp. They'll be looking to bounce back from a disappointing result 5 days ago against Unimall, where they went down by 38 points to 3.
Yeah, definitely. Hamlets with all the momentum on their side, obviously after coming off a win against SK. We've seen. I like what Hamlets have done in terms of their community rugby and bringing their community and incorporating them into their rugby. And I mean, we've seen big powerhouses like Ike's travel to Momri to go play there and have a jaw there. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a pretty good encounter today.
What a great advertisement that is for rugby. Powerhouses like UCT Ike's traveling all the way to Momri for Super League game. Certainly a great advertisement for community rugby and Super League A. As we get ready to kick off here, it looks like it's going to be Keenan Ockers who's going to kick off and start this game. Hamlets in the gold jerseys. Hammies in their traditional red, black and yellow with the white shorts. Currently in 8th position in the league. Just a slight hold up at the moment as Coach Robert Ulafia has his last few words with Captain Aubrey Kutsia. And today's Hamlet's first team coach is Gavin Passons, Pila, the former Bulls and Free State winger.
Oh yes, definitely. We will remember the legend that is Gavin Passons. And Chad Passons seems to be taking the number 12 jersey, and hopefully we'll be able to see some of Gavin's magic through him.
Yes, as we are about to kick off, it seems like Ockers is going to kick us off. And deep towards the 22, taken in by Nick Robeck, just outside the Hammies 22, where Louis Null will look to play to Devin Martinez, who carries strongly over the 22, helped by Idrich Viljoen. Hammies will look for a clean exit here in deep inside their territory after they failed to take that kick off from Ockers. As Louis now puts up the box kick and McLaughlin chases, and beautifully taken by the Hamlets wing, but unfortunately he lost it forward as he was coming down. And Hammies will have the scrum just inside Hamlets territory.
Hamiltons will look to have a more structured game and get the contest for the ball going with the kick that Louis Null sent up. Obviously, mistakes like that against a side like Hamilton's can really be to your detriment with scintillating backs like DJ Faulkner.
Yes, on the Hamlet side, I think they'll probably look to keep the ball alive as often as possible, Pila. They've got some fast, exciting and skillful backs. So it's a great contrast of styles here today on the Stephan Oval. Louis now prepares to put the ball in the scrum here. The referee has ordered a reset of the scrums. It'll be a very interesting phase to follow as the game goes by. And he's obviously looking for that scrum dominance which they didn't have against Unimall. And another collapse, unfortunately. And unfortunately there seems to be an injury here as that scrum collapsed. I'm not sure about the number, but below that looks quite serious. It does not look as though that Hamlets player is in good condition there. Medics rushing to the scene, and let's hope that this is not anything serious.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate to have a first team player down at this time of the game when the game is just into 2 minutes. However, Hamiltons do thrive at the scrum and actually performing there and being dominant at set pieces, at scrums and lineouts. So hopefully we can get the game going after the Hamlets player has been sorted.
Yeah, I think the conditions, while it's been dry for most of yesterday and today, the field has certainly been cutting up, and that's a suggestion that underfoot it is quite wet and soggy, and obviously that presents a big challenge for the front row forwards, in particular in the scrum. And I think we saw that in the first two scrums of the game, when neither side was able to really keep their footing. And let's hope that this is not a serious injury. Hamilton certainly struggled in their last encounter in the scrum spieler against Unimil in that 38-3 defeat here 5 days ago. And that's an aspect of the game they'll be looking to improve on if they are to come away with the 5 points here today.
The score definitely did not go the direction of the Hamiltons. Everything just went apart against Unimil 5 days ago, but hopefully the boys have bounced back and they've realised where their shortcomings were, and they're ready for the challenge that is ahead of them, which is Hamlets. But Hamlets will look to keep the ball alive and have some interplay between their quick, skillful backs. A player to look out for is Henry Davids, their number 14, their right wing. He's a very, very fast guy, very nippy fellow. And yeah, with Chad Parsons also just a great distributor, and keeping the ball in terms of keeping the ball alive in between their fastball play.
Yes, play being held up at the moment by what looks to be a serious injury. Let's hope it's more of a precaution than anything else, as the medics attend to. We're not sure about the number. We will give you the number as soon as we can of the player that's down injured. In the meantime, the Hamlets players continue to do their stretches along with the Hammies players. And yeah, this game, of course, Pilar, was moved. Originally was supposed to take place on Saturday, but because of the big final taking place here just a couple of 100 meters away at the Cape Town Stadium, it was moved to today, which is the public holiday Youth Day. What do you think about that final on Saturday? Who's your money on?
Oh, the final this weekend is definitely a big one. My money is definitely on Stormer. I'm part of the faithful, and I'm hoping that the Stormers boys are ready for what's to be a grueling encounter with the Blue Bulls.
Well, I'm a lifelong Stormer too, but I can't help thinking back to 2010 when the Bulls and the Stormers met in the Super Rugby final, and unfortunately that day, if you were a Stormers fan, the Bulls came away with a victory by 25 points to 17 at Orlando Stadium in Soweto. So I've still got a lot of scars. I'm carrying a lot of scars around from that day. So I'm not quite as confident. I think Jake White obviously is a big concern. He managed to pull off a remarkable semi-final win in Dublin against Leinster. So I think it's a 50-50 game. It could go anyway. But what an occasion it's going to be down here in the Greenpoint Precinct on Saturday afternoon.
Oh no, definitely. It's set to be a huge occasion. However, that Stormer side has something very special going on with them. I mean, how they turned around from being the underdogs of the competition in the beginning to being favourites now in the final and hosting a home final.
Well, it's quite a remarkable story.